Hello everyone, it's me, Mr. 4K, or Mr. Nintendo. Nintendo, as I like to call myself, Mr. Nintendo. So recently I have started playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Gold Edition on Nintendo Switch 2, which is part of the Nintendo Switch 2 Generation Pack. Big thanks to Javi for making that happen. Um, this is not my first time playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I have played it many, 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 many times before, but it is the first time me playing it on Nintendo Switch 2, running from Nintendo Switch 2 hardware. And the whole point of this video is for me to show you some photos that I took, screenshots that I took from Nintendo Switch 2 version of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. And that's what this video is going to be about. Look at her hair works and the textures. I mean, just look at her textures on her face. This is one of the things that I have realized right away how close this Nintendo Switch 2 version is to a PS5 version. I would say Nintendo Switch 2 version, it's between PS4 Pro and PS5. It's like in between. And it is so close to PS5 version because I just recently finished, was it like a couple of weeks ago? I finished the PS5 version of this game. And I can tell you, my memory is still fresh how like ridiculously close this is to a PS5 version. Now, why is this such a big deal? I know some of you always ask me, well, why are you making such a big deal about this? You know, this is an old game. Why are you making such a big deal? The big deal is because this is a Nintendo Switch 2. It's a small tablet, okay, that's only $450. And the fact that it can run games like Resident Evil 9 Requiem and Resident Evil 7 and 8 and Cyberpunk and Star Wars Outlaws and Final Fantasy 7 Remake and even the anniversary edition of Fallout 4, it's pretty remarkable. That's the whole thing. That's why me and Javi are impressed by this game. That's why me and Manhunt are impressed. Why? Because both me and Javi and Manhunt, we both have Nintendo Switch 2. And we know, we can see the difference. Not only do we have Nintendo Switch 2, but we also have PS5. So both me, Javi, and Manhunt, we can compare Nintendo Switch 2 version to a PS5 version. And I guarantee you, Javi and Manhunt will agree with me that this is as close to a PS5 version as you're going to get. I'm pretty sure anyone who has a Nintendo Switch 2 and a PS5 will tell you exactly the same thing. And that's why I'm making this video. I took these screenshots so I can talk about it on this video, but that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video is for those of you who are still on the fence about Nintendo Switch 2, please watch my videos, watch my live streams. I mean, just look at my Requiem Nintendo Switch 2 videos and live streams. I might have to replay that game again after I finish this game and The Village. And Pragmata. Well, even Pragmata. Pragmata demo. I played the Pragmata demo. Looks amazing. Another Capcom game. This time it's a new IP Capcom game. Looks amazing. Even Pragmata, I played a demo, but even Pragmata's coming to Nintendo Switch 2. This all indicates just how powerful this tablet is. But I know some of you will say, but why are you making a big deal? It's an old game. It doesn't matter. It's still demanding. Remember, we were not able to play this. The only way you could play this on Nintendo Switch was through a cloud, right? But now you don't need a cloud because Nintendo Switch 2 it's powerful enough to handle what it needs to handle. And like I said, this is as close to PS5 version as you're going to get, man. It doesn't get any more closer than this, man. This is very close to PS5 version. Um, just look at this. Look at the hair works. And don't forget the HDR. When you turn on the HDR, if you're playing this on a really good HDR television like OLED, if you have a really good OLED television from LG and you turn on the HDR, this looks even better. But even on a handheld, on a Nintendo Switch 2, when you turn on the HDR, still looks great. You know, look at this, man. Come on, you know. 3 years ago, this was unthinkable that you could actually run a game like this. This 3 years ago was unthinkable that you could actually run a game like this. Look at this. This is just remarkable. Remarkable. Look at it. Look at the hair works. Look at the hair works. Amazing. Look at this. And not only that, but the lighting. Look at it. Look at the textures. Look at this, man. And of course, this is me being a little bit perverted, you know. You're welcome, by the way. Hey, I'm a man, all right? It is what it is, okay? You ladies do the same thing, all right? Looking at those men's journals, you know, checking our crouches, you know. All right, let's not have double standards here. Let's just be honest about this whole thing. Okay, looks great, man. Look at the hair works, man. The hair works just looks remarkable, man. Remarkable. Look at this. Look at that. This is when you know she has a little bit of that uh, Evelyn in her. Who is Evelyn? Evelyn is that prototype that has been made by this group called the Connections, and the Connections group is also tied in with Miranda, because Mother Miranda is the one that actually gave the mold to this group. Okay, and I think that's what, spoilers warning, that's what Chris Redfield wanted to tell Leon. Hey, Leon, I might need you on this other mission. Forget the umbrella. Umbrella is done. We have another problem. We have another prodigy of umbrella, if you will, an apprentice of umbrella called the Connections. And that's where 7 and 8 comes in to open that storyline, so that way we can be done with the Raccoon City. And we're done with Raccoon City. We're done with Umbrella. We're moving in with this new group, with this mold. And this mold is a serious problem because this mold can control people, get into people's minds, and make them do things they don't want to do. It's pretty scary stuff. And that's what happened to Mia here. She's controlled by Evelyn the whole time. And that old lady sitting in a baker's home, that's Evelyn. That's Evelyn in disguise, controlling everyone in that family, except Zoe. She was not able to control Zoe. But in the DLC, we'll learn why she was not able to control Zoe. And I don't want to spoil too much, Some people get mad at me that I'm spoiling some of this stuff. Listen, don't watch the video. If you don't want the spoilers, well, then don't watch these videos. But if you watch these videos, there's going to be spoilers. And besides, this game has been around for a long time. Okay, it's not like this game just came out. It's been around for a long time. But yeah, like some guy was complaining to me about the ending of Resident Evil 9 Requiem. He goes like, "This is not cool. Why are you, posting a spoilers of an ending of a newly released game?" Don't watch the video, bro. Don't watch the video. Clearly it says the end. Resident Evil 9 Requiem, the end. Clearly it says the end. Chapter 8, the end. But you see, this is why I don't want to read the stupid comments. Because nothing smart comes out of people on the internet. It's always some stupid comments. I have yet to find some genuine smart comments. It's always stupidity that comes out. It's always some asshole writing some stupid nonsense. And that's why I choose not to read the comments. That's why I choose not to have the chat open, because it's only stupidity that comes in. Clearly, it says Resident Evil 9 Requiem, the end. It's the end. Don't watch it. Clearly, it says the end. How about you use some common sense? It says the end. Chapter 8, the end. I don't need to put spoilers warning. It already is a spoiler because it says the end. Do you get it? Do you understand? Do you capiche? Now you understand why I'm done reading the comments. I'm done reading the chat. I don't have the chat anymore. I don't have the comments anymore for this reason. Because nothing smart comes out of these individuals. Always some stupidity, some stupid stuff. Typing me some stupid nonsense. And I don't need to waste my time reading stupid nonsense. Life is stressful as it is every day. I don't need to make it even more stressful by reading your stupid comments. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Look at this, man. Look at the detail. Look at this. Look how realistic this is, man. Look. Look at this. This is Nintendo Switch 2. This is what Manhunt, my friend Manhunt, and my friend Javi has been talking about. Yes, it will look a little bit better on the... Well, not a little bit better, much better on the PS5 Pro. But, dude, this is pretty close to PS5. And I'm not exaggerating. You can ask other people. You can ask Javi. You can ask Manhunt. They all have PS5. They have PS5 Pro. And they'll tell you, this is pretty close. Now, if we're going to zoom in and use a magnifying glass like a digital foundry, okay, fine. But this is pretty close. It's pretty close. That's the whole point here that I'm trying to make with this video. I'm not like trying to act like some kind of a Nintendo Switch 2 fanboy. Oh, everybody go out buy a Nintendo Switch 2, right? I'm just simply saying this is pretty darn good, man. Look at this. Look at this, man. This look at that hair works. This is pretty darn good. Just look at these videos. And I took some more photos here. Look at the hair works. People talk about the hair works. Look at the hair works here. Look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable, dude. Look at the hair works. Look at that. Are you kidding me? I feel like one of those photographers for Victoria's Secrets. Like fashion models. Mia, Victoria's Secret's Mia, Mia fashion model. Look at this, man. Dude. Dude. I mean, come on. But you know what? The comments are turned off, so I can't read your comments. Thank God. Thank God that I cannot read your comments. Because look at this. Unless you are blind, you trying to tell me this doesn't look that great? This is as close to PS5 as you're going to get. And this is Nintendo Switch 2. Look at this, man. Look, the hair works, man. Look at this. Nintendo Switch 2. And now imagine how amazing this looks when you turn on the HDR on a beautiful LG OLED. I mean, OLED in on itself, it's one of the best looking TVs. And then you turn on that HDR. Now just think about it. Upscale to 4K with OLED and HDR turned on. And it's Nintendo Switch 2. Because no one expected these third-party games to look this good on Nintendo Switch 2. That's the whole point. Everyone's been asking me, why are you making a big deal? Well, yeah, the big deal is because no one expected, even I did not expect this. When I decided to trade in my Xbox Series X and S, it was because I wanted to play a first-party Nintendo games. That was the reason. I wasn't buying Nintendo Switch 2 because I wanted to play third-party games. If I want to play third-party games, I'll just play it on a PlayStation 5, and a PC, and have the best experience. Because that's where you're going to have the best experience as far as the third-party games. PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro, and the PC, depending what kind of PC you have. And I have a good gaming laptop. I have a good PS5 Slim. So I didn't purchase Nintendo Switch 2 because I wanted to play third-party games. But I was amazed to find out how well the third-party games look and play on Nintendo Switch 2. I know. PC, yeah, with Deep Learning Super Sampling 5. I know, it will look photorealistic. I know. On the PS5 Pro and the PS5 Slim and the Xbox Series X. I know, it will look great. And majority of people play third-party games either on PC, PS5 Pro, PS5 Slim, or Xbox Series X. But no one expected Nintendo Switch 2 to deliver such a great experience with these third-party games. That's what I've been trying to preach to you in the past 5 months. And I don't know how some of you don't understand this, like how some of you can see my point that I'm trying to make. I mean, look at this. Look at this, man. Are you kidding me? Looks amazing. Look at this. It looks amazing. Look at this. Wow, dude, look at this. This makes for a good poster. I like this. Now, this is Evelyn. When you see this, you don't see Mia. You see Evelyn. Remember that. And when you look at the Evelyn, you will see the resemblance of the Evelyn. Okay? Look at that. Look at this, man. Unbelievable how good it is. Wow. Don't tell me that you are not impressed by this. I wish I could read your comments, but I can't. Okay? But look, anyone who has any two sets of eyeballs and they're not blind that they can see what they can see. And now she's back to her normal self, Mia. Look at this. Look how realistic it looks. And this is Nintendo Switch 2. I know it's not PC, Deep Learning Super Sampling 5. I know Deep Learning Super Sampling 5 is like the most photorealistic. And it just looks amazing. But for Nintendo Switch 2, which is also a NVIDIA GPU, Tegra 2, this is impressive. This is impressive. I think I showed you enough here. Um, I know my live stream kind of didn't look good, but that's because I had my HDR turned on, and I apologize. I just want to apologize that I had my HDR turned on. I forgot when I turn on the HDR, my OBS cannot, you know, pass through the HDR on the live stream. So, and the YouTube doesn't support HDR live streaming. It would be just so much bandwidth. I apologize for that. On my next live stream, part 2, I will turn off the HDR and it's going to look like this. It's going to look much, much, much better. Okay? Trust me. All right. Well, I can tell you how it's going to look. I can tell you right now it's going to look like this. Oh, there's a new update. Oh, an update. Maybe that's why I was stuck on that one level. Actually, I was stuck on one level where Mrs. Baker with the lantern, she falls into the pit. And on that pit, there's this like dark liquid, and this dark liquid supposed to open up a passageway like a tunnel for her to walk on all four and then go out to the other side. But what happened is, if you watch my live stream yesterday, I was stuck and she didn't uh, do what she's originally supposed to do in the game, because I played this game so many times and I know that there was something wrong. I think there was a glitch in the game on that level, because with that liquid, that, dark liquid is supposed to open up the passageway for her to crawl through this tunnel. And I think maybe that's what this update is about. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Look, I already made a video explaining why I don't have comments anymore. And I think I already explained that here too. I also explained why there's no live streaming chat anymore. You'll be able to watch me, but you won't be able to talk to me. People say, well, how do I get in touch with you? If you really feel the need that you need to get in touch with me and you need to tell me something, contact me via email. Okay? I do check my email frequently. Contact me via email. If you want to gift me something, a gift for a video game or something, you can do that through email as well. My email is on my profile. It's been there forever. So just contact me via email if you really want to ask me some questions via email. Okay? Thank you for watching.